Hello, thank you guys so much for clicking on this video today. I really appreciate it. We're going to be going over a lot of information that has happened in Cardano in the past week. This is the weekly recap. I go everything that you've missed and we sum it up, and I also give my opinion on it. What we're going to be going over today is specifically the World Mobile Early Rewards Phase 2. You can actually earn more World Mobile tokens, and remember, World Mobile tokens are a Cardano native asset. So we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about a few network parameter changes that happened. It's an improvement to Cardano. We're going to be talking about that in this video today. And Cardano is actually delisted from Etoro. There's a lot of FUD in the air. The price is going bad. What is going on? We're going to be talking about that in this video today. What you can do to help out this video the most is just by liking it, commenting down below, and staying till the end. It really does support the channel and it pushes my videos out far and wide. So if you want to support me, that's the easiest way to do so, and we'll have some more ways to support me at the end of the video if you guys do stay till the end. But let's jump into it. So firstly, I want to apologize about all of the clutter behind me. I actually recently purchased my first house, and we're in the process of moving, and I've been staying up till probably 2 or 3 in the morning every night painting. So that's why I got bags under my eyes. It's pretty rough. But it will all pay off here shortly, and I'm really excited. To jump into the first bit of news, crypto broker Etoro says it will delist Cardano and Tron for U.S. customers by the end of the year because of regulatory concerns. So I've been seeing this put out there a lot, and people are seeming to act like this is a big deal, and to me it seems like a non-issue. But let's go into this a little bit more, and the reason people seem to be acting like this is a big concern is specifically because the ADA price has fallen today. Last time I checked, ADA was 163. No financial advice, but I did put a buy-in order there. And to be honest with you, it's because I sold a little bit at, when we were up at 280 in the $3 range. No financial advice, but it is important, to take profits here and there, especially when we get those parabolic runs. And because of that, I actually could get more ADA today without really the fear of, catching a falling knife, because I sold at that price. And people are freaking out about this and acting like this is the reason for the price that is crashing. And I think that, no, ADA's just been on a run. We had Alonzo. We don't have any more news coming out. And I think the market's just doing what it does. It goes up and down. But if you look long term, you'll have the same, face as me right now. At $3 ADA, I mean, my company was making double what it is today. But does that matter to me that I'm making half of what? No, because one ADA is one ADA. Ladies and gentlemen, and I don't look at everything in terms of USD value. And if you look at things on a 5-year timeline, you tend to be a lot more comfortable, and you tend to not clench your butthole as much as those who look at the price every morning and don't look long term. Etoro has surprised crypto investors by announcing it will delist Cardano's ADA token and Tron Foundation's Tron for U.S. customers from December 26th. The Israeli exchange cited regulatory concerns as for the reasons its decision will delist the two cryptocurrencies. From Boxing Day, U.S.-based users will no longer be able to buy ADA or Tron, while staking for those assets will end on December 31st. The regulatory landscape for crypto is evolving rapidly, an eToro spokesperson told Insider. As a result, we will be limiting the ability for U.S. users to open positions or earn staking rewards for ADA and TRX. Cardano, which was founded by the co-founder Charles Hoskinson, and he actually did tweet about this, and I have the tweet over here. Let me pull that up for us. Do a little zoom. Okay, and we didn't even get delisted. This is what Charles is saying about it. ADA is still on eToro, and non-U.S. customers can freely trade. So let's go back to Dan right here. Dan says, let me get this straight. Cardano just got listed on a major crypto exchange, Bitstamp, was just as huge. He is right. That does 513 billion in volume a day, but all I'm seeing is negative news about Cardano getting delisted from a small exchange that only does 67 billion. Follow the data. And this is why I'm saying this is a non-issue. I mean, this is the most FUD thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. eToro is a piece of shit exchange. I am sorry for my foul language, but the reason I state that is and this may have changed within the past couple months, but the last time I checked, you couldn't even withdraw ADA from eToro. It was locked on there. And maybe this has changed, but 6 months ago, you could stake it, but it was only to eToro stake pools, which are bad for the network because they have so many pools and they provide nothing back in return for, the stake that they take up. There's no value add. They're not a community member. They're just taking up ADA that people leave on the exchange, and they won't even let people withdraw it in the past. And who uses eToro anymore? Maybe a small amount. And to show you how little this matters, did you hear Coinbase talking about delisting ADA? No. Cardano is here to stay. And it's here to stay in many jurisdictions, including the United States and including Japan. Japan has very restricting legal structures for cryptocurrency for them to get listed on the major exchange there, and ADA was recently listed. And thanks to Frederick at the Cardano Foundation for that. But like I said, this is all a non-issue. I'm not going to ramble on about this anymore, but make sure you don't pay attention to the news and the FUD and think long-term, because there are still thousands of people waking up every morning to work on Cardano with the same ethos and the same ideologies to make the world a better place, and this is just short-term price trading BS. And there's no reason that you should focus on it. But I'm interested in hearing your thoughts down below. Let's go on to the next topic today. So let's talk about World Mobile Token, connecting the unconnected before we can bank the unbanked. So I'm happy to talk about World Mobile Token. They're actually announcing an early rewards staking phase 2. And this is not early staking rewards number 1. So to give you my personal experience, I had a bad experience with early staking rewards number 1. I won't really go into it too far. I don't want to, throw any hate or shed any light, but I felt that there was too much incentive, to be early. And, as a World Mobile holder that's held from the beginning, I personally did not get an early staking rewards number 1. I woke up at 7 a.m. here in the US, and we were all racing to click a button, and whoever clicked the button first got the most rewards, and it was a very large amount. And I personally didn't make it in. I didn't click the button fast enough. Even though I woke up early, I had everything set up, I still did not make it into the early rewards. I was actually very frustrated about it. I felt a bit unfair. Why can't we just, distribute the rewards a bit more fairly, considering we're all clicking a button, But it seems that World Mobile has heard that now, and they're introducing early reward staking phase 2. So I wanted to get this out there to you guys because I won't be missing out on this one, considering I missed out on the first one, and hopefully this one will leave a better taste in all of our mouths. But stating that, everyone makes mistakes. I know we're in crypto and no one can hear any FUD about their bag holdings. But seriously, let's be able to say one or two things that are negative. We're going to say a couple of negative things about Cardano later, but that's okay. If there are no negatives, then how can we improve? How can we be the best, right? So let's go into early staking rewards number 2. And anyone listening that saw any of the tweets, it's all water under the bridge now. We can get a little annoyed for a few days, but I'm happy to see them, coming back on this and improving the rewards. So, and I'll have the link for this down below. Any tokens continuously staked in this phase for a full month will receive 0.66 repeating percent earned on the stake total amount. The maximum amount earned over this phase is approximately 6%, which, is a bit unfortunate considering the lowest phase was 9%. So if you got in the last tier, you got 9% of your tokens instantly. So it's a bit unfortunate this is 6, but it's still better than the 0. And one of the comments that I got that really bothered me is people saying, you should be happy that you're getting free tokens anyway. I disagree with that. One, I'm happy that they're giving these rewards to people that missed out. But two, we shouldn't be happy that we're getting free tokens. These aren't free tokens. If you invested in World Mobile, they're inflating the total supply and distributing those tokens, right? So please don't think that it's free tokens from the supply, and we should be grateful that we're receiving these, right? But stating that, I am happy that maybe I'm not going to miss out on this one. Anyone who owns WMT is eligible to participate in this phase, including those who are already staked in the Earth Node reservation pool. I wonder if it includes the first pool. It shouldn't. Those guys shouldn't get 6% on that, but who cares? Not going to continue complaining. All participants will be required to manually elect to participate via the vault. So the vault is the website to participate in, but I'm going to have all this information in another video before the early staking rewards. But I wanted to let you guys know to not miss out on this 6% that you can earn for keeping your tokens locked up through this period. But that's the end of this part of the video. Looking forward to World Mobile. Looking forward to all things World Mobile and Cardano. They've been putting out a lot of good videos lately, but let's go on to the last part of this video today. So we're going to talk about the last topic in this video, and it's pretty awesome. We're getting some network parameter upgrades. This is the first one in a while. But remember, all things Cardano are nuanced, and there's nuance in this life. And although I have, devoted the last good bit of my life, probably 10% of my life at this point, maybe a little longer, to Cardano, I am going to say some negative things, and that's okay. They're not even negative. I'm saying something that is true. And a lot of people take this as FUD. But no, look, can we please be honest? Please, me saying this in this video is not going to drop the price of ADA. So please stop worrying about that. But we're going to say some good things and some bad things, and we're going to close out this video. But I want to try to educate people today. So this is straight from the director of Cardano architecture, John Woods. I've never heard that name before, but hell yeah, John Woods, happy to have you here today. Slow and steady wins the race. Network evolution for network growth. So this article goes into, what they've been thinking about, decentralization, but really what it focuses on, I'll sum it up, and I'm going to link it down below for you guys to read the article yourself. It's a good one. All these articles that come out from IOG are really the best way to stay up to date with what's going on. We've had a lot of network usage lately. For better or for worse, we've had the Hosky token. Can you guys clip this out and put it on your Twitter? Give me some views. I'm just kidding. I saw them do that with Charles last night. But the Hosky token, I showed it in my last video. It's a doggy bowl. You come up to it. You give them 2 ADA. They send you 1.5 ADA back in a shitcoin. They're making a lot of memes. It's a shitcoin. It's exactly what you think it is. But a lot of people like this shitcoin. They're making good memes. People are following them on Twitter. And they're increasing the network usage on Cardano a lot. And you can see it right here. It runs at or close to 100% of its capacity. So between NFT drops and between Hosky and between the Sunday swap voting, it was mostly Hosky, but Cardano has been running at a non-optimal load, up 80% or higher. And there are actually network parameters that determine how many blocks or how many transactions there are in a block. So in this article, they talk about what they're doing to solve this problem. And this is the first, parameter change that I've seen that is block size, changing, unless they did a big one with the Goguen hard fork. But they're increasing the block size by 8 kilobytes to 72 kilobytes. And this is a total of a 12.5% increase. And this is just to kind of, raise the top a little bit to, give Cardano some more room to grow, because we're heading to a time next year where we're not going to be using the base layer Cardano for all of our transactions, right? So this is going to get a bit in the weeds. I know a lot of you know it, but a lot of people don't. So you have the base layer Cardano here. Base layer Cardano is the consensus model. Stake pools are all, in consensus and processing all the transactions, but you can't have too many TXs or too much data or too many complicated TXs on the base layer, or it gets too bogged down, as we've seen below. So what you actually have to do is hook up side chains, which are protocols on top or next to Cardano, that allow people to, do more transactions or have different parameters or different protocol parameters. And then using zero knowledge proofs, you can actually submit all of those back to the blockchain. So that's the direction that we're heading in today. And us reaching the limit doesn't mean Cardano has failed as a project. It's because it's not entirely complete yet, right? And they see that, so they're increasing this block size parameter. And who is doing this? It's IOG. Input output, the creators of Cardano are changing this parameter without any community input. So then we scroll down a little bit. There's another parameter increase, and this is the Plutus script memory. And Plutus script, let's break that down a little bit. Plutus is the developing language for smart contracts on Cardano. A script is essentially a set of executions, right? So it's just, a script that has Plutus in it. They're increasing the memory units per transaction, so allowing more memory units in each transaction. This is important for DEXs. It allows more complicated transactions, essentially, right? And that's really what the whole article is about. It goes over this. It says it's coming in a hard fork combinator event. And, this kind of struck me. This tweet struck me a little bit. And this is from Daniel. First off, I love Daniel. He's added so much value to Project Catalyst. He's been there from the beginning. Before IOG even hired him, he was adding value. And he's done so much for Project Catalyst. And he's one of those people that is really leading governance on Cardano. We need more people like him. But he stated something that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And there are a lot of new people in Cardano, and I want them to be informed on this. First off, decentralization is more nuanced than people let on. You often hear that Cardano is more decentralized than Bitcoin, and I don't think we should say that. I think that it's not fair. Of course, the block production is very decentralized on Cardano. I mean, we have over 3,000 stake pools. There are a lot of different actors, processing transactions on Cardano. But he states here, Cardano just casually adjusting network parameters is probably the biggest underrated flex in all of crypto right now. And, this got 913 likes, 107 retweets. That is a lot on Twitter. So that means probably 30, 40, 50,000 people saw this. And I really don't think this is a good ethos. Cardano is still centralized in its making, and it's because we do not have Voltaire, right? In a proof of stake network, there has to be a way to upgrade the network. We talked about Hosky token and there being too many transactions. Well, how do we improve this? Well, we all have to come together and decide, what do? Do we increase the block size? Do we create a layer 2 for Hosky? Do we have a shitcoin layer 2? What do we do? Well, we all come together and we decide and vote using Voltaire on how to change the network parameters. But currently in Cardano, there is no way for us all to come together and vote on network parameter changes. However, we can vote on funding people through the treasury funds. But then stating that, who is running Project Catalyst, who is determining the dates for these funds, it's IOG. So Cardano, it's obviously more nuanced than I'm letting on. The block production is decentralized, but it is still centralized through one source, and that is IOG. And a lot of people don't know that. But that is a truth, and you should take that into account when you're looking at your risk factor. But does that mean Cardano is bad? No. It actually offers a lot of advantages. One is the fact that we can respond to something essentially negative in the network so quickly. But to say that it is a flex, that Cardano is centralized, I think that is incorrect. We need to, as a community, work together to have a seat at the table, to be educated on these network parameter changes. To give you the whole rundown, I want to do this quickly because I know I'm rambling, but we've seen a K parameter increase, but we've not seen the A naught parameter increase. But these parameter changes impact your rewards. They impact decentralization. And A naught not being looked at for the last year has been negative to Cardano's decentralization over time. And the longer that it is not looked at, the less Cardano will become decentralized, in my opinion, because it's not requiring anyone to have any lockup. But stating that if we change A naught as is, you get lower rewards, and it keeps out smaller stake pool operators. And, I started from nothing. We can't limit stake pool operators or limit new people from acting in the system, but stating that, I think that we shouldn't be flexing that Cardano is centralized, and we as a community should be actively working on building ways to have a seat at the table, to understanding these nuanced parameter designs, and just moving towards governance. And it's coming, and Cardano's done awesome this year. But I wanted to take time and talk about this a little bit and get the discussion going. People ask me, have you lost faith in Cardano? No, I haven't. But we have to be fair, and kind of point some things out. But thank you guys so much for coming to this video. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I wasn't too much of a negative Nancy. I just wanted to get some info out there. You can tell I'm nervous about it. I'm nervous about saying negative things about Cardano, and that's not right. I'm nervous about saying things about World Mobile. It's because people attack me when I say anything negative about what they're invested in, and I got to get over it. But still, it is a little nerve-wracking. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please comment down below, like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell all. Also delegating to Bloom through Bloom 6. Starting at the launch of the Sunday Swap DEX, all Bloom pools will pay Sunday tokens. So, hell yeah. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Later.